on up to it.
There we go.
Norris was hairy, wasn't he? Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the 86th Movie Review Show. And I'm one of your hosts, Halloween Jack, and over there is another one of your hosts, Johnny Vintage, and down on the bottom, the way he likes it, is the one and only Frankie B. So welcome, everybody. If anybody's watching live, I don't know yet. It hasn't caught up, but we'll find out.
There's one person, and that might be you.
That's probably me. I have to refresh the screen. There we go. I'll look at it later. Anyway, yeah, we had, to me, what I thought was a really fun movie today, and the pick was, of course, Frankie B's pick, and it was The Way of the Dragon. And Frankie, why did you pick this one? Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I muted because I didn't want to cough through the whole intro.
And gee, why would you be coughing?
He may have picked up a bug.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He's got asthma. It was my very first Bruce Lee movie. It was kind of unsuspected. I started taking like Taekwondo with an older friend of mine, and he's kind of like a big brother, and we were doing Taekwondo and stuff like that. So I started to realize who Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee was. But a friend of the school who was a kung fu instructor, they were giving a demonstration at a theater that plays double feature kung fu movies on the weekends. So we got there. We missed the first feature, and I'm really glad that we did because it was Game of Death, and that would have been my first Bruce Lee movie, and with the exception of the shit that he actually filmed for the movie, you know. But anyway, this one, I just watching it in the theater, even with the fact that it's dubbed and all the other stuff, and a very, very minor storyline. It's very, very simple. But I just loved it. To me, it's the perfect kung fu karate movie, and without overdoing it with the karate, you know, that's the other thing. And the fact it leads up to a huge grand battle at the end between two martial arts giants, and I was just in awe, and I just have never lost that feeling from that, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Game of Death was almost a sad. It was okay, but just the fact that they created a film around, what was it, like 40 minutes of film, and I think there was quite a few people that they had asked to be in it, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wouldn't do it, and they wound up using, I don't know where they got a body double for him, but you know, that's what they wound up using.
Yeah, because he was one of the students.
One thing that I have neglected asking, like, Frank, so you just said when was the first time you saw it, so I'm going to go to Vintage. When was the first time you saw this film? And don't tell me 5 minutes ago.
Today. Yeah.
I knew it.
Absolutely today. Yeah.
Man, I got like,
so what's your first impression of it?
26 years on you, man.
Well, gee, what a cheerful movie this was that you let me watch. It was so uplifting there at the end. Doc Dredd thinks it's a good movie choice, by the way, and since we're in the Green Hornet,
especially given the Green Hornet, and especially with the passing of Chuck Norris too.
Yeah,
I chose this before that happened.
Oh, that's right.
That scares me because remember, it's not the first time this has happened with us. We choose a movie, and all of a sudden, it seems like the actor or actress, you know, passes away. shortly thereafter, and I picked this movie, and shortly thereafter.
Well, I'll tell you, that happened with me at conventions quite often.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about that later. Anyway,
it happened with the movie that Loretta Swit was in, where they what was that?
Oh yeah, that's right, The Devil Times 5.
Yeah. And here it is, because now we've doubled down on Chuck Norris, because the other movie we watched that night was it Silent Rage?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well,
so
I'm glad we didn't do him in then.
Yeah, so we really had it out for Chuck Norris.
I totally forgot that you picked this before. That's right. Oh my gosh.
Well, picked Chuck before, yeah. I forgot too.
Are we cursed? No.
Nah. No, I didn't pick the one of Loretta Swit. I think somebody else did.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
We better be careful. We might not get any guests on this show if that's the case.
No kidding. Especially celebrity guests. No, I'm good. Please don't host my movie.
Juke
So
watched it again and enjoyed it once more. So
yeah.
Juke. I believe I first saw this on Channel 5, WNEW New York. Used to do kung fu movies. I believe it was Saturday afternoons. And the weird thing about it, I have the clip. If can you play that? This was the opening.
Cool. Love this stuff.
Well, this was for the
double feature continues with martial arts action at its best. A group of students have mastered the art of kung fu and put their awesome power to evil use. The 5 Deadly Venoms. Next, here on Channel 5.
I don't understand how the title drive-in movie. All right, you can turn it off. I don't understand how you have a show entitled Drive-In Movie and you have like a 50 soundtrack and you're showing kung fu movies. I never understood that, but hey, I saw a lot of them there, including that one, and that was one of my favorites, 5 Deadly Venoms. But if I recall, I believe I saw this on that show, and I'll tell you what, you can't beat a Bruce Lee movie. I don't care. You know, just sometimes it can be formulaic, like you said. It was he comes in to help. Then he's trying to help somebody, and then you got the bad guys coming in and they get over on him, but then he gets over on him. You get the big battle at the end. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a Bruce Lee movie. It's great, and I'm glad you picked this, Frank. I hadn't seen it in a long time. So
cool.
Okay, well, let's get to what we liked about this movie, and I'm going to start with that guy over there, Mr. Price is Right.
Should be fresh with them.
No, it's The Price is Wrong, bitch.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Oh, well, I didn't see the rest of it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, a former friend of mine got this for me.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
What did I like about this movie? I liked all the fight scenes. And that's what I liked about this movie. Let's see. What did I?
Couldn't follow along with the witty dialogue, huh?
Oh well, I'm gonna get to that. I tell you, one of the things I liked is that I wish I was back in the 70s and a young male in Rome when women will just walk up to you and take you home to shag you.
She was a prostitute.
That was. I mean, yeah, that was. Yeah, I would love the 70s. We're so screwed now. I loved when the first fight scene when the dude that looks like a bouncer, right? The fat chubby guy, and he takes out the karate guy with like one punch. I busted out laughing when that happened. I just was a
Wolfman Jack.
guttural laugh. Yeah. And I'm like, y'all, you're all big in karate and you couldn't like miss that punch. I mean,
Really, just boom.
But
Especially
you know what? That's typical for Bruce Lee movies sometimes. You know, like he goes to a karate school and everybody in the school is getting beat up by 20 guys, and then he takes them all out. I mean, you know, I that's what I love about him. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's cool. Please, everybody can chime in. It's cool. We're a stress-free show here. But okay, so Bruce Lee and the girl come home, and the dude's in the place with the gun, and then Bruce Lee does a dart, and then he just drags him out into the hallway, and then just shuts the door. Like, just leaves the dude in the hallway. I mean,
Wontons for breakfast? Yeah.
I mean, I did like the this is gonna be weird. The core in the '60s apartment. I love that little thing with the colored circles, and I know you're yeah. Right.
Yeah, what purpose does it serve?
It didn't, but it was cool. Plus, they had the beads going down, which beads.
I didn't know we were going to talk about the decor. I would have taken
You asked
better notes.
what things I liked about the movie.
A Bruce Lee movie, and he's talking about the decor.
Here's one thing I like is because normally we've had this running gag about Yoko Ono being somewhere in this movie we mentioned whatever, and to me this is not touched. I didn't do not. This is an actual picture of the damn movie, and I'm thinking, yeah. When they walk in the door, I'm thinking. First, that is like the least group of imposing guys I've ever seen to come in to intimidate anybody.
Like the guy in the right holding the door for people. Yes, have a great day.
Literally, I did not do anything to this picture. That's the one guy who walks in. I'm thinking, holy shit, Yoko's already in the movie. I don't have to do anything.
When you brought this picture up for a minute, I thought it was the band Boston.
Yeah. But look at them guys, man. I mean. Man, nothing intimidates you more than that.
Oh, well.
Oh, wait a second.
No, that was me.
And all those guys are Volkswagen drivers in that Herbie movie.
So
we'll go back to the Green Hornet episode.
Said the movie would have been better if Bruce wore the Kato mask the whole movie. I don't know. I would like to see the Green Hornet show up in one scene or two.
Yeah, this is like the Kato story. Kato after all that money the Green Hornet paid him and everything.
Doc says it looks like Three Dog Night.
Yes, it does. Oh well.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Love Three Dog Night.
So, Chuck, you first see the Chuck Norris, and he gets out and he's walking towards the camera, and it's like the camera. He just walks right into it as a nut shot. So Chuck, you get the Chuck.
Wait
Norris
a minute, that's your favorite part?
I thought it was funny as shit. I thought it was hilarious that the first time you see Chuck Norris, the earliest I've ever seen the man, and he's walking in the camera, and the camera just goes right. He's like right into his crotch. I'm like,
yeah, it'd be better if he had a belt buckle that said "Kicks R Us" or something like that, and zoom on the belt buckle.
Oh, and I love that nut punch that he did.
Oh
God. I don't know if that's a like or dislike. Oh,
still friends with him. That's why.
This is I don't know if this is a like or dislike this thing, but I never realized that Chuck Norris had such chest hair, and it's like, damn, it's the '70s, but damn, it looks like shag chest hair, man. I'm like,
well, you see what was on his back too, Mike.
Oh yeah, I'm like,
we're watching more of the Gargantuas again. And he was the orange one.
That means he was the good one, because the green one just likes to sing things for no reason.
No, that one looked like Bruce Lee. He looked like the one Frankenstein conquers the world.
And not to let it go to waste, because I already had this done, but
that'd be funny if it was Paul McCartney that she was kicking.
But, yeah, those are my likes.
Okay, I'll let you go next, Frankie.
Well, geez, there's so many things I like about. Obviously, my main like is the grand finale. I'm not gonna tease or boast or pretend there's something else. But my main like is that the fact that he wrote, directed, co-produced, did the choreography with a longtime friend. What was his name? I forget. Something Chan.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The Train to Busan's coming
Unicorn.
through. The Train to Busan is coming through.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Take me to Shanghai.
I have to give it a different name for this episode.
Hong Kong Express. Actually, no, because it takes place in
We're going to go through this all summer with the windows open. You realize that? So.
I enjoy it.
I will have to add something to the show when that happens.
Yes, yeah, like the the little engine that could or something. Or what's that one that Ringo used to do in George Carlin? Thomas, yes.
Ringo and George Carlin of all people.
Yeah, I thought they were both great. I was waiting for George Carlin to get on the fucking train. I don't think we're supposed to say that. I like the fact that it didn't. The movie started where you thought the movie starts on his face after the opening credits, which I loved. I love that song and title. Actually, that was the first thing I figured out on a air piano, like an air organ or whatever. My mom had an electric organ that she used to play by number or whatever. I used to try to pick out notes. So that was my first introduction to keyboards and music, trying to figure out how to play the intro to this song. I know that's weird, but I was impressionable. I was only like 14, 13. But I love how you think it's going to start off in a big brawl, and pardon the pun, and they don't. It's him being stared down by this really rude old woman.
Yeah, what was that all about?
It's just a rude Italian chick.
Or what?
Yeah, just eyeballing him like, what are you doing here? And the poor guy's like, well, and the thing that confused me, it's like, how come he's having such a hard time finding food and stuff, and he scares that little kid and everything? Because he's supposed to just only speak Cantonese. And in the movie, everybody's speaking English on the dub version, but if you watch the Asian version, actually, there we go. Dubbing is.
One of the notes says "old white bitch" on.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see him throw a round kick, like he was practicing in the prostitute's house throwing kicks.
And it's funny you're talking about that, because I was under the impression like he was broke or something. That's why his stomach was rumbling, and he was, Shanghai Express. Good one.
Yes.
Perfect. I mean, for some reason, I was under the impression he didn't have any money. That's why he was like trying to get that ice cream from that kid and everything. But and all of a sudden, he whipped out the money, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Oh my gosh, that was so weird. Oh.
Well, that's another thing. He approached a lot of humor with this. He had a lot of fun with it, and it's just a great flick. It's very simple. A guy comes in to help out, and there's bullies and people putting the heat because they want the restaurant, or they want their cut or some stuff like that. And all of a sudden the mountain boy comes and kicks everybody's ass. And but like you said, it had a horrible ending. It's like, because it's not a happy ending for everybody. But yeah, I just loved so much about this movie. But it is corny and cheesy and campy in some ways, but it was supposed to be. I'm impressed that, because it's one thing he was totally his project. It was his baby, his directorial debut, and he did the screenwriting and stuff like that. He's a very, very intelligent and talented guy, as we all know. Mm-hmm. And we get to see more of that in this. And I guess he was trying to do the same with Game of Death, but that's a different story altogether. What they did with that movie 5 years later. But just overall, I like the local hero thing, but definitely my favorite part was the big finale in the old Coliseum ruins between him and Chuck Norris. So it was like, holy shit, that was like unbelievable to me as a kid.
Yeah. Well, it was unfortunate because he passed away, in 73.
Yeah.
And this was like the last movie that he had total control over. I mean, well, he only filmed 40 minutes of Game of Death, but I mean, you're right. I mean, he did everything. And of course, he did the action sequences and the directing and the writing. And I think he played some of the music too, if I remember hearing that
Really?
He was involved in something to do. Like he didn't want to do canned music or something like that. So he did commission music. But I remember reading something that I don't know what it was, that he was involved in the soundtrack or something like that.
See,
maybe it was even just the yells. I don't know. I love the theme
that
song.
inspired me musically. The opening soundtrack as a kid, and it's inspired me to do music.
I'm telling you, I love the theme song to this, and it's going to be stuck in my head for like the next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I had a problem with was the kind of weird. Didn't it kind of look like Monty Python animation at the beginning of the movie with the guys in the rowboat?
It was kind of like cutouts, but I think that's tradition. I don't know. I just kind of thought it was traditional, or it was a style. I even as a kid, I thought it was cool. You know, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
I mean, I don't even see that as a dislike. I'm just saying that's when I first saw that. That's what came to my head was Monty Python. But the cool theme song overrides that. So.
Oh man.
I mean, what else do I like about this? There's just so much. I mean, I have so many notes here. I just love how he goes out into the alley, and it was a good excuse. Okay, no guns.
Yeah,
so everybody's got to take him on. And this Italian guy who talked like, he was a mobster, that guy kept pushing everybody, and he was just flicking the nunchucks. I just thought it was funny. He was like this, boom, hitting him in the face, boom, hitting him in the face. Yeah. And the one guy that came up behind him goes, "Oh, let me get it." And he didn't even get to say, "Let me get him." It was like, "Let me get," boom, he was gone. And then that Italian monster guy with the nunchuck trying to do what Bruce was doing, he hit himself in the head. And then when Mama Mia, and then goes Mama Mia. Yeah. But then he goes Mama Mia. And
yeah. Mama Mia.
I mean, if we look at Mia right there.
Yep. But do you have that as a like or a dislike?
It was probably going to end up at the end in closing.
Well, and I don't know
all your shit anyway. So go ahead. I don't care.
I mean, the beginning of it just kind of threw me off because it was, well, number one, he commissioned the music. I swear, all I could think was the Pink Panther, that music that was throughout that. I swear it sounded like a Pink Panther soundtrack. But I mean, what kind of throws you off about
whose picture froze? I don't know. Doc says our picture froze. Let me.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see any freezing.
Yeah, I still see us on Facebook. So, okay.
I mean, to me, there's so much. I would have almost thought this was going to start out as a comedy,
and
it maintained that for a long time throughout the whole beginning of the movie. And then, like Vintage said, it's like it got serious in the middle, then it got really serious at the end, which I mean, we'll talk about. What other favorite parts do I have? One thing that I did find a quote from was that the reason that Bruce Lee picked Chuck Norris because he was the U.S. karate champion at the time, and he felt, and I mean, this is saying a lot about Chuck Norris. He said nobody was going to be fast enough to keep up with him in that sequence, and that's why he picked Chuck Norris. But what was surprising to me is that they did actually land some blows, whether it was accidental or not. Because I think in one of his last movies, I think he did that Jackie Chan was an extra, and he was using a stick, and he smacked Jackie Chan in the face by accident. But he was very, very sorry about that. Mm-hmm. And matter of fact, Jackie Chan had said something to the effect of he kept acting like he was hurt because he wanted Bruce Lee to keep hugging him. So he kept faking that he was hurt. But that's another movie. But here,
give me more of that vibe. Give me more of your vibe. You got some.
I mean, here though, it was they did land some blows on each other. So I don't know if they were testing each other or what. But surprisingly, Chuck Norris had said he could not beat Bruce Lee in a fair fight.
Yeah, I heard him saying that.
Yeah, and that's something for him to say that about Bruce Lee. What else is my favorite parts? I don't know. I have a few dislikes. Okay, let me see. Well, other than his Bruce Lee's widow always said this was her favorite film that he had made.
Oh yeah, because it
And
was so powerful.
I thought it was funny too. They did not have the permits to film in downtown Rome around the Colosseum,
Wow.
but they did it anyway. And all I could think in my head was Ed Wood, you know, like, oh, here comes the cops, you know.
Yeah, can you imagine the cops go to Bruce Lee and say, "Yeah, you got to stop doing this"? Oh, really?
That's true. Who's going to stop him?
It's Bruce Lee. Let him go.
Yeah, but it was just all those little touches. Like I said, you know, the guy saying, "I'm going to get him," boom, he just knocks everybody out. That guy throwing everybody at him, and him just you know, gosh, they should have incorporated it. See, they should have done this with the Green Hornet. That's the way they should have done it. Yep. You know,
you mentioned that
the last him more in this, but you know, good for him that he got out of that mold, and you know, unfortunately, the whole kung fu thing didn't work out for him. But look at this was one of the highest rated Hong Kong movies for its time. I mean, I think in one of the all time for a while there in Hong Kong. So, you know, good for him.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to get to some dislikes. I'm going to start with you, Frankie, if you have any.
That might be quick. Like I said, I know this movie's not perfect, and I know the dubbing wasn't done perfectly, but actually in the American version, the dubbing was actually sometimes used to advantage. Like when he's trying to ID the girl's car, it's like, "It's a Rolls." I don't know. It just cracked me up. It's not as funny in the Chinese version because he says it's a Pegasus or something. But as far as dislikes, I really there's so many classic things. They captured so many classic images, and he really knew what he was doing. Probably the ending with the uncle, you know, the way he just kind of, you know, was trying to get out of it, and he, you know, it was a waste of two guys that were really cool through the whole movie.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And it was like a waste of, you know, that was kind of a drag. So it's probably the ending. I might dislike the way it ended. And yeah, and that the fact that they didn't make more reference to him being on vacation from Green Hornet, you know. Maybe Green Hornet was the uncle, you know. I can't make it. I'm gonna send Kato instead. But yeah, I just other than that's all I got.
I agree. It's kind of hard to pick apart for us anyway. Now we'll go to him.
Since I have the freshest viewing of this movie.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, you didn't beat me by much. I'll tell you, but I had seen it already, so I had an advantage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start. I was watching this in Studio B, the carport, with my headphones on and listening to the dubbing. Actually, I missed the first 5 minutes because it was in Japanese. I'm thinking, damn, did Jack send me a Japanese version?
Oh,
and then I figured I could change the languages. But
well, don't feel bad. I did the same thing because even in the dubbed version, I mean, even in the regular version, it started out in English. And then all of a sudden they started, and I turned the subtitles on thinking, okay, well, they're going to start speaking English. And like you, I didn't realize it, and I changed the audio. Yeah, so I don't feel bad.
Let me tell you, with the headphones on, what I noticed is that when they dubbed this movie over, they were in a room that was probably too big because it has a slight echo into it, right? And it's so damn distracting the whole time. And it really took me out. Plus, I was really confused by the beginning of this movie. And the tone change from the beginning and like to the end. And it's like, that's like getting like whiplash almost from how you start to how you end. But the dubbing, and then in the beginning of this, literally, I could have chopped an hour probably out of this movie. It just kept all the fight scenes and a few little things. But whenever they were either walking in the beginning or doing the car thing, and you kept playing the same damn tune over and over again.
What I'm saying, that's going to be
like a sitcom. It was like a sitcom.
Yeah.
And also looked like a tourist video for Rome, which, you know. But that dubbing, it was all funny. I actually had to take the headphones off and watch it without because it was killing me.
Well, you know why that was like that? This movie was made with no sound.
Oh.
All of the voices and everything was done post-production. So they probably were in an echoey room, doing all that.
Because of the Cantonese and the Mandarin speaking in the like even that's you don't have to remember your lines really. I think I want ham for lunch.
Let's see. I guess I should have done this as part of the likes. I liked when the girl brings him back to the house and he wants to use her toilet so he can go blow up the toilet that woman's at.
All that soup.
I hope she had some type of spray. All right. Okay, somebody fill me in again. Maybe I missed something. Why are they so interested in getting this fucking Chinese restaurant? I mean, it seems like they're going through a whole hell of a lot of trouble to get a Chinese restaurant, which doesn't look like it has much clientele. When you have more staff than clientele, you need to not have as much on staff. That's just business 101. But I mean,
I think it had to do with the property it was on. It wasn't
because they were scaring away the clientele. They were chasing them out before a lot of them even walked in the door. The bullies.
Okay, so it was for the property because and that's a lot of trouble they were going through to do that. But anyway,
it's simple. Okay, these bad guys want the run.
Yeah, because didn't you hear that line she said at the beginning, which I of course thought was like a double entendre when she said they want to get their hands on my property. I was like,
good to you, lady. Hold on, second one today.
I think she wanted to get her hands on Bruce Lee's property because that's the vibe I was getting through the movie. Oh, I forgot this one. That first alley scene where they're fighting up against the wall, I swear it looked like it was Pee Wee Herman's bike from Pee Wee's against the wall.
Like in the whole world.
It's not a dislike. It's just I had it in my notes and overlooked it. It's right above Mamma Mia.
Oh yeah,
and I loved when Bruce Lee told the other Chinese dude to tell the dude that looks like Paul Ellering from wrestling. He says, "Yeah, right." That's how I can think.
Yeah.
He told him, "Tell him do such and such," and then the guy tells him such. It's still in English. What the fuck did they translate? Bruce Lee tells the other dude in English what to tell the other dude, and the other dude repeats the same exact thing in English to the other guy. I'm confused. The little shit I noticed.
Observations.
And I love at the end with the uncle when he gives the whole monologue and does the whole evil laugh at the end. So cliche, but yeah, that's probably what would have been like. I saved that one for later. Okay, what did the other guy that looks like Yoko Ono, did he have a megaphone, or does the old Coliseum have an intercom system where he keeps yelling over the intercom to Bruce Lee? Did y'all catch that?
Yeah,
acoustics. It's like U2 playing in Denver, or
Right, you mean when they kept saying you're going to lose, you're not going to win? I know it was kind of that was
echo the big Coliseum.
And you brought up a point where it was kind of like they didn't have permits to be at the Coliseum, which means that the fight scene wasn't in the Coliseum, which is pretty obvious because they had these terrible paintings of the Coliseum on either end, where it's obvious they're in a room somewhere. It's distracting. Yeah. If Frankenstein from the 1930s can have some type of cloth atmosphere, it looks more realistic than 1972. You're just not trying. All right. By the way, the whole Chuck Norris in his chest here, he's almost at certain scenes when he's fighting, looks like he's in mid-transformation to turn into a werewolf.
Either that or a chia pet. One of the
or King Kong.
Now, the ending for me, I didn't care. Like, it's a downer. Did Bruce Lee really have to break Chuck Norris's neck? I mean, he's pretty much down and out. Couldn't you just punched him in the face and left, or is it an honor thing? What do you think?
Yeah, he just wouldn't stop. He just put him out of his misery. He's already broken.
I mean, he probably would have kept going.
Yeah.
Couldn't he just broke both his legs? I don't think he's going to get up anytime soon after that.
But who knows? He might have come back to get revenge later on, so maybe he was better off.
Yeah, maybe you should throw him in a well like they did in Silent Rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't work either. So
yeah. All right, I'm done. I think that's everything. I don't even know what I'm gonna.
Well, gee, do I have anything left? Yeah, the chest hair, that was a little distracting. And what was with the kitten?
I thought that was just a cute. The cats were all over the place and kind of worked them
But
in.
I don't know. I thought that was really weird. I mean, was that made from his chest hair or something like that? Is that what
the kitten? I love how the cat meowed. It sounded like Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, well that part I liked when his meow started the fight. But I mean,
I love when they were doing the big
I know there was a lot of a lot of humor in this, but I don't know. I just thought the cats were not the right thing for the.
What it is, you had a cute piece of pussy waiting on two men to fight it out, and she was going for the winner. That's all it is.
It'd be great if Bruce grabbed the cats and used them like nunchucks. Oh, that's a good sound. I think I'll use that.
That's what that disclaimer in the credits is for. No animals were actually harmed in the making of this.
I don't think there was. Yeah. Trying to think what else I really didn't like. It seems like in all these movies, I mean, do you think there'd be one decent fighter out of all those guys? I mean, why is it that it's always all these? And I understand it's a dramatic thing to make Bruce look like a badass, which I don't think you have to do that. I don't know, the way everybody folds the minute, somebody punches him or something. And I swear all of these movies have to have that one skinny Asian guy that is like the second in command to the main boss, and he's such a wimp. I was so happy when the boss shot him at the end, because you know what I'm saying? For some reason, those guys always pop up, and they act like they're badass because they have all these people behind them, and they're wimps. So, yeah, when he got shot, maybe that was one of my favorite parts, I should say. And that guy. I don't know. I really can't pick too much of this that I didn't like. It had to me a little bit of everything in it. It did have the humor, but like I said, it was weird the way it started. I really thought it was this. I mean, I remember the first time I saw it, I thought, is this going to wind up being a comedy? But it certainly wasn't. And like you guys, I didn't like the uncle turning. That was like really, and it was a lame reason.
Yeah. And
I knew that he was pissed off because he felt that Bruce was going to bring that negative attention. Okay, he kicked all their asses. Now they're going to come back and forth and enforce. And I can understand that part. But to totally turn like that, I don't know.
Well, he was in on the deal with the restaurant. He was thinking, he'd make out with the deal because they pay him good for it for whatever reason.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like Vintage said, you kind of felt like he was a good guy, like one of the good guys throughout the whole thing. And then that was, I mean, I have to admit, it was kind of a shocking thing. So that's what they were going for. That's what they did. But other than that, I don't have much more negative to say about it. Except, well, he already covered the old white bitch in the beginning. So that was on my list too. I didn't exactly put it that way, but yeah, I put the old white hag. I think that's what I listed her as. But that's. I mean, I don't think there's much to dislike. One thing though that I don't understand about this movie, when they overdubbed Bruce Lee, that was not his voice.
No. I don't think it was in any of the other movies.
Well, in Game of Death, it was. In Game of Death, they actually did use his real voice.
Oh, yeah, because that was filmed like in Enter the Dragon. That was his voice. Because that was
American. I don't understand it because he talked, I mean, you saw him in the Green Hornet. I mean, his English was.
Oh, he has a unique. I like the way he talked. It's
Yeah.
cool.
But I mean, other
Always
than that,
keeps-
no complaints.
Mhm.
All right, so I guess we're getting to the rating part of the show. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna go with you first.
By the toe.
We'll go with you first, Frank.
All right. I know this movie lacks perfection, and yeah, you're right about the things you point up, like the use of the score and stuff like that. But I have to take all that in consideration with the time and the type of movie it was and how it affected me and the timing of it and the full result of it and the fact that Bruce Lee was like so involved in this. It's my favorite Bruce Lee film also of at least the 5 that you can mention. And I know it lacks, good things here and there in production value and stuff, and the storyline wasn't that great, but there's some iconic captures and I don't know, just as a whole, the movie to me is a 10. It's always been a favorite, so I'm sorry, John. John's gonna go way at the other end, I know, and that's okay because that's all balance. It's yin and yang. But this movie to me personally, not because it was super well made, but because what it means to me and meant to me, it's a 10. I have to give it 10.
Oof.
You all right, Vintage? You need a minute?
Most of Bruce comes back. It's not my ass that's going to get kicked.
I am.
I don't know. Should I give him my rating and really make him pass out or what?
Oh man.
Oh, no. Maybe. I might encourage him to give a higher one. Maybe something that's actually on the board.
A 10.
All right, Vintage. Go ahead.
I know. I've got a back check here for something.
I gave it 10 before. Oh.
And how fucking ironic is the other movie you gave a 10 is to another Lee movie, but a Brandon Lee movie.
Brandon Lee, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you gave Rear Window a 10. But,
Yes, of course.
Those are your 3 10s.
Yeah, and I was chintzy with the last 2. I held out on those, but The Crow, that was an easy one. That's an easy one. That's a 10. And we didn't even rate that one then.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, it's I know it's not the perfectly made movie,
It's
but
okay.
to me,
I don't really fault it. That's because of how it affected you when you seen it. You got to see it early on. I saw it today. So
people love that Hanuman movie. They was thought the greatest thing ever, and it's like, are you freaking kidding me? At least these guys, they at least consistently look like they're interested in fighting. When they're fighting in the Hanuman movie, it's like, oh, and they're like, yeah, I'm tired. I just fight. It's a take.
Hot. It gets hot wearing them black beanies all the time.
Yeah. All
right, well, go on, HJ. What you giving it?
I'm going to give it a 9.5. I'm only taking 5 points off for Chuck Norris's chest there. Other than that, would have been perfect to me if
it was the 70s.
If they had shaved him. No, wait a minute, though.
He had 70s.
He had his shirt off in Silent Rage, and he wasn't that hairy in that movie, so they must have made him shave. So
either that, maybe they glued some hair on him so Bruce would have something to pull out and go.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.5.
Awesome. And this is where it all balance out to a point. Average.
I feel like the average is going to come out to like a 4.
Honestly, like I said, I could trim an hour off this movie and not feel like I missed anything. Just have all the fight scenes and, like I said, a few little things in between. But that's just me. I love the fight scenes. It's Bruce Lee. There's some camp in it, but it's the whole. Again, it goes back to how you start and how you end, and this is like a whiplash effect on the tone of the movie. So here's the thing. I initially, when I was watching this, at one point, think, well, I'm going to probably give this a 5. Until Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris showed up at the Roman Coliseum. I got to definitely give a point to that. So that's a 6.
God. Should have been a 2 point.
And so I'm at a 6, and then HJ just mentioned the chest hair. I'm actually giving it a 0.5 for the chest hair. So 6.5.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. If it was a horror movie, you could rate it 6.66.
Oh, you know what? I forgot one more part that really kind of made me laugh is that like after they were all fighting that one point in the restaurant, and like you said, Bruce Lee just made them leave, and all of a sudden the door opens and the people come in and he almost attacks them, and it turned out they were customers.
Yeah,
That actually made me laugh like really hard. Like that was bad. Another interesting thing about this is that Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, and Tony Liu, who played Tony, in the movie, were all born under the sign of the dragon.
Wow.
That's
Cool.
for this. Okay, so let's after that, let's get into our final thoughts on this and Vintage.
I don't really have anything left.
Uh-oh, we shot the load.
Oh God. Oh man. I don't hate the movie. There's parts that annoyed, and that's like basically due to the dubbing and repetitive soundtrack over things. And would I recommend somebody watch it? Yeah, if you like Bruce Lee, you're gonna watch it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you like fight scenes, I'd say go and watch it. If you get bored through sections, just kind of fast forward till you see a fight scene and then stop and start watching it again. Because some of it it kind of fell flat. But this is his thing. It was his project. If there's nothing else to watch, if that's the only channel you have and the only thing it's on is that, then I guess you're gonna watch it. But
Okay.
if I was to watch it again, I'd go to YouTube and just say fight scenes from the movie and then watch that. I think that's probably what I would actually recommend anybody else to do. Just do that. But
yeah, there's
I'm
at
sorry.
least 3 really awesome fight scenes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The human drama. Jeez. Come on.
Oh yeah, that
All
human
that character building.
All them karate fighters. Where do you get time? You're working at a restaurant. All right, well, we're down. Let's all get changing our karate gear, go out back and practice karate.
They coming back all sweaty.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back and change into our waiters' outfits. Yeah, dripping with sweat. So yeah, there's no. Anyway.
Gee, for somebody who didn't have anything left to say, wow. Hey, Frankie, final thoughts.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat at that restaurant. I'd be like, dude, really? It's so good. Get out of here. No, I don't want any mushu.
Well, it makes you wonder how many Chinese restaurants are there in Rome. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's true. I mean, people were chasing, the bad guys were chasing them out. So we didn't even see a lot of the customers. So they had a lot of free time on their hands to practice karate. And, so they could defend the restaurant until Bruce showed up with his Chinese boxing. Even when I saw the movie, the one thing that confused me was like why he was the problem communication, because everybody was speaking English. But maybe if they just had everybody else speaking Italian, that would make a lot of sense, because why would Bruce know how to speak Italian and how to ask for food? Or, I mean, chances of him knowing some English is a little bit better. But I don't know. To me, that's, if I could only take like 10 movies or 20 movies, hopefully more than 10, to wherever the next step is, this definitely would be one of them. To me, it was actually my first real martial arts movie, and to me, it remains the best. And he didn't even kick anybody's ass until like 30 minutes into the picture. Yeah. Like, instead of other movies, like it's all constantly fighting, which that last Hanamu, whatever is Hanamu man, which I was grateful, because that was actually enjoyable, because that's all they did in the movie was fight. It's not like the one prior to that, which they attempted. Anyway, this movie will always remain close to me, and I love it, and I'm glad you guys got to enjoy it. Well, most of you got to enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad you picked it, because, like I said, I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it's unfortunate, but you have to cherish the movies that he made because he didn't really get to make as many. You know, I'm sure his career would have gone on and on and on and on. But again, this entertained me from beginning to end. I didn't fast forward anything. I didn't look at the time to see if it was over. You know, it was a great pick, Frank, and I enjoyed it very, very much. So thank you.
And I don't dislike watching it. I'm glad I got to check it off my list of movies I hadn't seen yet.
Check it off.
And, that's what's good about this. Whether we have seen it before, or in my case, I hadn't seen it in a long, long time. So that's what I love about what we do here. And speaking about what we do, coming up Tuesday, we'll have 2 more episodes of The Green Hornet. I believe. Which ones are they? I always lose track. 15 and 16, or did we just do those?
We did 14 and 15.
We did 14 and 15, so 16 and 17 will be coming up.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, I think there's a 2-parter after that.
18 and 19 are 1 and 2, yeah.
And then next time on this show, we got Vintage's pick of Harvey. And then after that, oh, cool.
We predict you'll greet Harvey with laughter and rousing applause. How do we know? Because for 5 long years, audiences did just that on Broadway for the most talked about Pulitzer Prize winning comedy of our time. And now at last, Harvey comes to the screen, better, richer, funnier than it ever was on the stage. Starring James Stewart as Elwood P. Dowd, America's most amiable citizen, with hilarious Josephine Hull and a grand cast. And once again, the critics are raving. Says Luella Parsons,
Let's get what Nora Miao think. Who's that?
I mean, if she gives it the okay, I'm down with it.
Yeah, who the hell she is?
Walter.
Walter Winchester?
and Hedda Hopper.
Hedda Hopper. That's Headley.
Headley? They're making these names up.
You know where that's from? That's from Blazing Saddles. They always called Harvey Korman Hedda. Headley.
Oh, so it's an action picture. And a dance musical.
So yes, in honor of Easter week, we're watching Harvey next Thursday at 7:10. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, we're not watching it. We're reviewing it because we don't want to get sued.
You notice he never shows trailers for what we pick.
Oh, well, I had the wrong trailer last week. I bet.
Well, and then we have Retribution with Frankie's mystery pick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And then after that's my pick for the 86, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I'll have a couple of weeks to think about it. But well, thank you for whoever watched live. I think it was Juke and Doc, and I'm not sure if there was anybody else, but thank you.
They commented.
Huh?
They made comments. They were here.
Yep. Thank you for watching live, and for anybody who's watching it later on, I hope you enjoy this like we enjoyed the movie.
But wait, don't go nowhere.
I know. I was just going to say, you don't think I know by now to say.
Do we have to do that warning thing?
There's more.
I heard that because I didn't pull up that warning thing to put up.
I will just say it now.
Uh,
Kids, go to bed.
There's more.
I think you'll be shocked on this one.
Oh boy.
All right, everybody. This is part 2 of Bathhouse Barry and Boner.
Boner.
Maybe.
I should probably put myself on
Wait
mute.
a minute.
Amazing. Oh, I think we've got a real hit on our hands here. Really do. Oh, man. Who's that drum solo middle song? Fantastic. Come drop. Your keyboards continue to amaze me. And splooge. Oh, that guitar riff. Oh, I just can't get enough of that. And Boner, your mystical vocals just put me in a whole nother level. I can't thank you guys enough for being with me and doing this venture. We're going to have a big record on our hands. Lots and lots of hits. Oh, man. So glad I met you guys. There's other guys I were with. they're a bunch of backstabbing thieves. Yes they were. And so I don't need them no more. I got everything I need here. My band and my boner. Rules, just put me in a whole nother level. I can't thank you guys enough for being with me and doing this venture. We're gonna have a big record on our hands, lots and lots of hits. Oh man, so glad I met you guys. There's other guys I were with, they're a bunch of backstabbing thieves. Yes they were. And so I don't need them no more. I got everything.
You know, I've had enough of this shit.
Alright guys, wanna try the next track? Hey, I've had enough of your shit. What do you mean? You know, this whole backstabbing, thievery bullshit that you keep spewing. Well, it's true. Y'all stole my stuff. Like what? Like the Fab Five. You mean the show that's supposed to be my show? Yes. And that you were going to want us to put on Vintage's channel? Yes. That we put on Vintage's channel? Yes. You're fucked up. I know. And the Gorps. You mean the show that Vintage created? Yes. That you gave him to put on his channel when you decided to make a change in the style of your own channel? Yes. Don't you think that's a little fucked up? Yes, but that's okay. He deserves it. Why does he deserve it? He mocked me. Mocked you? Yes, mocked me. I don't like to be mocked. So, instead of asking him to take the videos down, you got his channel removed? Yes, it was the greatest thing ever. You threw away 47 years of friendship for that? Yes, it was great. I don't need him as a friend. I don't need you as a friend. I have got plenty of friends. Look, I am surrounded by friends. They're stick figures on poster board. No, they're my band. And I got Boner. Boner is a skeleton you got out of the dumpster behind Dollar General after Halloween. No! Get out of here. I don't need your negativity. You need some mental help. I don't have nothing to do with you. You're a piece of garbage. Get out of my life. You go first. Guys, I'm sorry you had to see that. That's a real bad side of me. I don't like to show it. I apologize. Y'all mean the world to me. You're like family. This is like therapy for me. Good thing he left. That little lush. I'd have kicked his ass. What'd you say? You hypocritical piece of garbage. I am so sick of you. Yeah, do on others and you do on them, huh? Well, I'm gonna show you. You son of a bitch. You think I'm a lush? Yeah, have some martini. Here, have a martini glass right to the face, you piece of crap. I can't take it no more. Sorry y'all had to see that. I hate those pathetic people. I hate him. Hate all of them. I'll show them though. I'll show them. We're gonna be a success, guys. I guarantee it. You might be right though. I may need to see some professional help. It's been a while since I've seen the doc. May have to see two. Kinda sore.
So sad.
Oh no.
See, Frankie P's kicked his ass. Now Jersey Devils kicked his ass. Jenny must be in training. He's gonna really whoop his ass.
Well, y'all have to find out next week for part 3 here on the 86th. Yeah.
And on that note, I hope everybody has a great Easter weekend.
Yeah.
And we will
Happy
see you on. And what?
I said Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh. What?
My sides are hurting.
That's what we aim for. Side
Thank
splitting
you, Jake.
humor.
That's what he waits for. He waits to see the end. Because you never know.
All right, everybody.
After
Well,
that, I need a cigarette, and I don't even smoke cigarettes.
I need to do something after that. I don't know what. So thank you again, everybody, for watching live. That's going to watch it later. And boy, if you see that, you're missing something. So everybody have a great Easter. And we'll see Tuesday for the Green Hornet. And then next Thursday right here on the 86. So thank you for watching.
Peace out.
Peace out.
More Bruce on Tuesday.